So I'm joined by Benj from Health. First of all, how are you doing, my friend?
Good. How you guys doing?
Fantastic. I mean, it's been glorious weather. What can I say?
Absolutely. We expected no less.
Well, it's not an English festival unless we have, the rain, the
That's
wet,
right.
the soak.
We
Um,
expected mud, yeah, for sure.
So we're doing a little segment this year called All the Fun of the Festival. So it's very festival orientated questions. So the first
Sounds
big
good.
question is the best festival experience you ever had, either yourself or as a band, or even both.
Oh man, it's tough. We've had so many good ones, but and very thankfully, I would say we'd probably all agree that Primavera is probably the most transformative experience for us as a festival goes. The first year, because it was the first time we actually had a crowd like that, and everyone kind of filtered in as we were playing, and then every time we returned, just to kind of feel that buzz every time. That and then there's just like the park, in Barcelona. That park is just kind of hard to beat
Cool.
as far as a setting.
So what country has been the best festival experience for you?
Well, that was Spain. So I don't know if we would always agree on that, but it's been such a variety. I was just saying how fun this recent one in Hungary was, in a small town outside of Budapest, just the sense of the small town and a real small festival in the woods and the mountains there, and like a wine country. Oh, that kind of stuff is always thrilling when you've done enough big, huge, kind of blowout festivals.
I have to say that sounds kind of relaxing.
It's almost relaxing.
Yeah,
It's a weird
it-
feeling to be at a festival and be like, I'm relaxed. Exactly.
it's a weird contrast between like rock and metal and all of that, and it's like, yep, we're chilled out. This is nice. We're relaxing. It's fantastic.
It was really
Cool.
nice.
What was the festival called?
Oh man, now I'm drawing a blank.
Put you on the spot. Woo. Damn.
It was all of 2 years ago. I know. It'll come to me.
It's a shame. I was going to figure out how to get myself there and check it out myself. Okay, so next one. What's your essential festival items? What can you not do without when you're at a festival?
Yeah, I've actually got my day bag over there. Well, pretty obviously, I wear glasses most of the time. I have terrible vision, so I need my contacts when I play, or else I can't see anything, like the other guys, or whatever I need to see. Then I've got like arnica and kind of for my ailments kind of stuff, because I'm always sore with something, always facing something usually.
Oh, fair one.
Yeah, other extra shirts, always soaked afterwards, extra socks, anything extra pants you can bring and fit,
To be fair, every festival I've gone to, I pretty much brought my entire sock drawer because it's a vital item. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
this one's definitely a reason.
Yeah, socks for the
A
win.
reason to.
So, what would you say festivals? How do you think festivals differ from playing in a venue?
There's a different pressure, in I'd say the broadest sense, and sort of more of a feels more like you're improvising in that way, because you're not really. It's going to be uncomfortable in some way. It's not going to be your dialed in, tour tested, by the end of a tour kind of perfect, comfortable show. It's going to be uncomfortable in some way. You're not going to be able to hear something right. Whatever way you want to spin that. It's going to be raining on you, maybe really hot. Maybe you're going to be directly in the sun. Just generally things you wouldn't always deal with in a venue, for instance. Those elements can be probably the biggest difference. But yeah, just that sense of like, whoa, people are all cycling around in this crazy, at times barbaric kind of setting. And now you got to do it for them, You just got off a plane, you're jet lagged, usually, for these kind of festivals, we tend to be right now anyway. And yeah, you just kind of got to go into a different mode in that sense. You can't just ease on into it like every day on your own tour, where you're expecting the same thing pretty much every show.
True. What do you prefer though? Do you prefer festivals or venues? What's your choice on that?
Well, or even outdoor venues. Like, just is it a question of like my show versus like a festival? I would say our show, just because we'd rather have control over and be more dialed in and in our zone and comfortable in that sense. But I think we do kind of like being pushed by a festival setting, and in some ways find our best by being pushed in that way.
So what would you say your fancy festival lineup would be? Now this can be bands that still exist, still dead.
Yeah.
You could be headlining with something like Black Sabbath playing under you for all I care.
Oh,
but
man.
who would be on that bill?
I mean,
why?
Nirvana would definitely headline it. I mean, just because they're my favorite band, and never got to see them play. So if I could bring one band back, definitely would be pretty 90s grunge heavy in that sense, probably at the top. And I mean, if like Zeppelin, like anyone can play, I mean, it's kind of hard not to just choose all my, like you said, Sabbath, kind of obvious kind of favorites. But then I don't know. I would say I'd prefer to kind of be a more alternative kind of festival at the same time, which those are probably more fun for us to play by the end of it. Like Roadburn, for instance, we just played, and it's always just like, wow, that's cool. And we got to play with so many different acts that we wouldn't always play with, or things like that.
Cool. So, what would your vital item on a rider be? What can you not do without? Or if you could have anything on your rider, absolutely anything in the world, what would it be? Putting it out there for people.
Yeah, totally. It's pretty easy for me. I'm an earthy dude. I like coffee and weed, and that's about it. I don't drink anymore. So very easy to please there. And luckily, the world's starting to follow and make those things a little bit slightly easier on us.
Oh, it's interesting you say you don't drink anymore. Like, I literally, about a week ago, I celebrated 2 years without alcohol. So you're right.
Cheers to that, man.
Cheers.
Boom.
I can get down with that. Now, last question. What advice would you give someone coming to their very first festival? Because I've seen many people out there. I mean, I think back to my first festival, I had absolutely everything. Camping chairs, stove, cookers. This was back in the day when they'd let us have fires and stuff like that.
Wow.
But now it's just a case of a backpack and a change of many clothes. But what would you have?
What would I have for any given festival?
Yeah, I mean, well, advice for the one person that's never done a festival before.
Pace yourself, whatever that means. It's probably the biggest advice. You know, you can't do everything at once, but you're going to want to. You're going to want to see every band at once. If you do drink, you're going to want to drink everything at once and probably start the day too drunk. And, you know, pace yourself. Yeah, definitely. Or whatever your thing is. Yeah, it's just really, because we see enough people totally just knocked out, like a Coachella, you know, kind of setting where it's like, man, yeah, and then they're just missing the whole show. Went through all that trouble to get there.
That's
and they're really facing the elements there. It's hot, you know, it's like, just drink water, just, you know, if you're going to take the mushrooms, just take them slowly, whatever it is, you know?
In other words,
So you're going to have fun.
treat it like that festival you went to, it was just chilled.
What's that?
Treat it like the festival you went to, it was just chilled.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, Benj, I want to thank you so much for chatting to us today.
Yeah,
it's
thank
been
you
a
so much,
pleasure.
man. Thanks for having
Hopefully
me.
the weather will hold out and it's going to be a fantastic.
We're excited to play either way, man. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.